The courage to be disliked is a pretty interesting and powerful statement, as it's one that I've related to pretty much all of my life. And having so, I've frequently gone through life being told that I am a cold hearted bitch, and my most favourite personal one is that I am an ice queen. So, how many people know somebody in their life, or used to know somebody in their life, who would base their entire life on getting validation and approval from others about what they're doing? Whether that is, the colour of the walls that they're painting, or what they're buying that day, or putting on social media, God forbid, all of this stuff. Is there anybody you know in your life that literally bases their entire life around other people's approval? Because I did know somebody pretty much like this. It was a situation where I was friends with this person for a long time. However, this person did not benefit me anymore. It was actually negatively affecting my life, and she was affecting her life negatively. And I was trying to tell her like how to bad situation. So I ended the friendship. Right? I ended the friendship. Didn't want to talk to her anymore. Straight cut it. And this is where I get the cold-hearted bitch comment from. Because obviously the friend group over there, it was just, well, Katie just stopped talking to me. Probably, failed to admit everything that was going on and why. But I did not care about the approval of the other friends or my partner at the time that also was like, oh, it's a bit harsh, isn't it? I didn't care because I knew what was good for me. And a lot of these people around us that have this constant approval for wanting to be liked usually stems from something that happened in the past. And whether that's trauma or just something that they haven't quite got over yet, this is continuing to be an issue in their present and probably future. This is something that if you're somebody who lives in the past, right, I'm going to just tell it to you like this, okay? There's three types of people, or actually there's two types of people, really. You've got the worrier, okay? You don't know what you're going to do. How are you going to get this? How are you going to do that? What's going to happen? You're the worrier. You're living in the future, right? You're worrying for what could be, okay? Person number one. Then you've got person number two, who is a regretter, right? I shouldn't have done that. Why did I do that? If I'd have done that differently, things could have been better. You're living in the past. Okay, so you're either a future person or a past person. However, these timelines do not exist. The only timeline that exists right now is the present, which is why you should be living for each moment as it happens. And you should be living your life for you, not anybody else. Nobody else's approval, nobody else's validation, nobody else's anything. Live for you because you are the only person that sticks with you through the entirety of your life. And if you're someone like my old friend who constantly worries about what people are thinking of them, you are never going to break free from that trap that you have set in your mind. And it is based on past experiences, and it is based on other people and the experiences that other people do that you think that you should be doing too. Fuck what anybody else thinks. You do you, and if nobody else likes it, oh well. Okay? What I like to say is, are these people paying your bills? Are they driving you to work? Are they cleaning your car? Are they cooking your food? Are they? Because if they're not, why do you matter? You don't. And that is what I did with past friendships and any energy that would come my way that I felt was not needed in my life. And so what? I was a bitch for it. But I don't care. And neither should you. I wanted my friend to be happy within herself, but she wasn't able to do that. So I felt that the best thing for me and her was for me to step back. And I don't know if there's anybody listening out there who have also been in that situation where, you've been friends with someone for a really long time and you want to help them, you have tried to help them, and it's just not working. And the situation just gets worse and worse and worse. And the problem is, I was in two minds, you know, whether to leave or not. But ultimately, it took that courage deep inside to say, I need to do this to better your life and to better my life. So keep people around you who are of the same energy and vibration, because you are going to come across these people who are in a lower vibration, and unfortunately, you either match that vibration or you don't. And when you match that vibration, it can bring you down as well. So please make sure that you use your time sparingly with these people. And I know it's going to sound harsh to do so, you know, cold hearted bitch and all that. But it is important. It's important to keep your mind fresh and clean of the true ones around you. And in order to help you and others release those around you who do not benefit you or themselves. It's okay to step back. It's completely okay to step back from something that you feel is not right for you. If you feel like you want to go on a certain path, but that's not the norm, or people are dubious about you doing so, fuck it. Do it. Because you don't know what's at the end of that road, basically. Right? Let's just say that this is the line. You're here, right? And there's an opportunity for you here, right? But you've got to get to that point. And in order to get to that point, you need to break off and you need to break free and you need to have the courage to be disliked around you in order for you to break off and get to that point. Because true inner happiness is really hard to find when you're seeking approval from others and worrying what others think of you all the time. That in itself is exhausting. Some of the comments I see, I can kind of already tell certain people's lives because of the way that they say certain comments. Maybe that's just my backseat psychology, but I've learned over the years that the behavior of certain people repeats between people. Okay? That term, what is it? Misery loves company? That's very true. And these types of programs, I'll probably talk more into programs a little bit later, but these types of programs get infused within us and within our brain, and other people will start to believe this, and it becomes like a paradigm, if you will. But I'm not going to get too deep into all of that. A lot of people think that their past defines them. It's absolutely not true. Your behaviors and the things that you went through can change. You can change. You just have to have the courage in order to do so and not care what people are saying in the process. Because at the end of the day, all that matters is that you come to an inner happiness with yourself. And that is never going to come from other people. It's never going to come from the directions that we are told to take when our gut instinct tells us to go the other way. I even have a story where my instinct told me to literally come out of my house and turn left, but my then partner said, no, go right. And I lost my license for a year going right. But this is the importance of knowing yourself, trusting yourself, saying fuck no to anything that doesn't align with you, your path of success, and your own self-approval. Because it does not matter what anybody thinks. The only thing that matters is what runs through your head. And you can absolutely change that. Trust me, you can change that. It is hard. I'm not going to say it's easy. But mindset, again, and learning certain teachings and just understanding the way that our brain has been conditioned throughout life, really, to believe in certain programs. Okay, so we go through life believing that what certain people say about certain things is true. And so we build a personality and behaviors and actions based upon that. But actually, as you get older and you start to go through life, you start to realize that none of that really matters. And you need to strip down to truly who you are and what you want. Because you will succeed much faster when you are along that path and you're walking that path confidently, knowing that you're going to get there. Saying goodbye to anyone who does not align with your benefit and your future. And being okay to do so. Being okay to be happy and have the courage to say, it's all right, you don't have to like me because I like me.